Assalamu alaikum. Today's statement is titled, "Let whoever hates me dig their own grave." This statement was written by the awaited Imam Mahdi, Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani, on the 13th of November 2022, and it will be recited to you by one of his supporters. O people, listen to and understand this news. Allah has commanded me in the true vision during my sleep on Saturday, November the 12th, 2022, to announce the following. Let whoever hates me dig their own grave. I am only hated by those who hate the pleasure of Allah, thus He rendered their deeds worthless for disbelieving in my call of worshipping the pleasure of Allah, which is the greatest bliss, a bliss even greater than the bliss of His paradise, and that is why He created you in the first place. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, فتول عنهم فما أنت بملوم وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين فإن للذين ظلموا ذنوبا مثل ذنوب أصحابهم فلا يستعجلون فويل للذين كفروا من يومهم الذي يوعدون صدق الله العظيم. Chapter 51 verses 54 to 60. Is the pleasure of Allah, the bliss greater than the bliss of His paradise, hated by anyone other than rebellious devils who despise the pleasure of Allah upon His servants and strive to turn people away from it? Because they want you to disbelieve as they themselves have done, to be like them in the blaze, for the sake of neither fulfilling the promise of Allah to His servants, nor achieving the greater bliss of His pleasure, nor the lesser bliss of His paradise. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وعد الله المؤمنين والمؤمنات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ومساكن طيبة في جنات عدن ورضوان من الله أكبر ذلك هو الفوز العظيم صدق الله العظيم. Chapter 9, verse 72. Did I invite you to anything other than not to associate partners with Allah, nor call upon anyone besides Him? Considering that there are no mediators between the servants and the worshipped Lord, neither in the worldly life nor the hereafter? Glorified and highly exalted is Allah the Great. Is not this the invitation of all the prophets of Allah from the jinn and mankind? Whoever denies the call of the Caliph of Allah, al-Mahdi, Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani, has denied the call of all Allah's prophets from the jinn and mankind to worship Allah alone and partners with Him. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, ذلكم بأنه إذا دعي الله وحده كفرتم وإن يشرك به تؤمنوا فالحكم لله العلي الكبير صدق الله العظيم. Chapter 40, verse 12. I swear by Allah there is no God but He. No one hates me except he who hates the pleasure of Allah. And who is it who hates the pleasure of Allah except for a rebellious devil and an enemy of Allah, His Messenger, and His Caliph Imam Mahdi? Indeed, Allah is an enemy to the enemies of His allies. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, قل من كان عدوا لجبريل فإنه نزله على قلبك بإذن الله مصدقا لما بين يديه وهدى وبشرى للمؤمنين من كان عدوا لله وملائكته ورسله وجبريل وميكال فإن الله عدو للكافرين ولقد أنزلنا إليك آيات بينات وما يكفر به إلا الفاسقون صدق الله العظيم. Chapter 2, verses 97 to 99. The matter has been decided, and it seems like it is time for the verification of what came in this statement below, titled, Indeed, the calamity of the Corona War and the Climate War shall intensify. Allah's Caliph on the whole world, Imam Mahdi, Nasser Mohammed al-Yamani.